the ball position that you should actually be pretty safe. You might actually keep that black shield up for Jinx.
That's a dead everyone, you have to think. It's going to be... Ladies and gentlemen, LGD taking on Gamty for our first match of Week 11. Descents onto Acorn very early on
no
here.
flash.
And he's most definitely dead, and that is first blood at 57 seconds.
Down this turret as fast as possible, and they're even going to rotate Zhao, who's going to get there well before Godv.
Yeah, Descent's not going to land again, but some nice rockets here as well. There's the Monsoon from PYL, but gets himself completely out of position. Fate's Call saves his life as Acorn comes in through the backside. Sync Dream with a nice ultimate there to try and get everything out of here. Is Letme going to get wild growth? Acorn so incredibly low. Huey somehow manages to survive that one, and I have no idea how no one's dead. As I say it, Letme going to fall down on the front line, and my goodness, TBQ, I have no idea how they turned that around, but Acorn's teleports are always so impressive.
And Acorn's Hecarim, why I love it so much is that Hecarim, by far one of the best tanks at diving the backline. The 20% damage reduction, if they can split threats, will be so relevant. That's a long fight.
Yeah, actually, Sync Dream going to fall down immediately here. Huey was trying to get into the backside, but now with a 2v2 with the Jinx low, things not looking so good here for Gamty, and so impressive on this Kalista, able to get so much damage down, and there's, oh my goodness, the ultimate coming through. Tail going down incredibly low. Huey, he's just trapped under this turret. Not a whole lot he can do, and Acorn again in towards this backside. That wasn't a teleport. He just wandered through the jungle.
One against Zhao, who pushed his advantage very well early, but only getting punished now.
Yeah, there's the wild growth for the knock-up there as well. Twisted advance coming through as Godv trying to get something down here, but this is a very tanky Maokai, and a small hula hoop not even going to go off as Gamty. They answer in the mid lane. LGD Gamty, though, looking to try and get in position to try and get a potential steal, try and contest something here as Letme trying to find his way into the front. Acorn already taking half of his health as Tail standing on the backside. Oh my goodness, the steal from Huey. There's the absolute zero to come out as well. PYL in an interesting position. Of course, Fate's Call still there if he does get himself in a bit of trouble. There it is coming through as Zhao, who's going to get singled out. Onslaught of Shadows to try and take down the Lulu. There's the shield. In fact, the ultimate there as well. And only Zhao who hit by the ult. That is very, very mean there, Wayless as Imp. He's going to pop the heal just to chase after Sync Dream, and Godv picks up yet another one. LGD just took control of that fight, and they split.
Second Dragon is never a trade you want to opt into
no.
against just one of Gragas and Hecarim, but with two available, you need excellent flank wars. And speaking of flanks,
yeah, Acorn actually looking to head through the back here. There's the skirmisher onto Tail as well, who just gets destroyed by that shockwave as Godv comes around the backside. Him going to take down Sync Dream. Huey now taking a whole lot of damage. Look at him all the way in the middle of this fight. The double kill already, but Super Mega Death Rocket tears apart the team of LGD. Zhao, who now going to get punished for whatever he did to LGD in a past life, as Letme just going to wander into the team and say, oh man, this is looking worrisome. And what a beautiful fight from LGD when it looked like Acorn was just suiciding into 5 people.
But an amazing... We're going to see the replay coming through. Just watch and track Imp during this fight. It looks like Acorn's bit off more than he can chew. He does use that challenging smite. Is taking less damage from Tail, who's relatively healthy, but flashes over into the cove. The 4-man shockwave doesn't do a lot of damage at this point, but it's all about Imp. Has that early game core with the Bloodthirster and the Hurricane. First kill comes down. You know the Ren sets are going to continue. Can go in so aggressively in the front line. Then the flash buys distance. Use the Fate's Call for even more CC onto the back line. Imp, take a bow, because you've just done a wonderful team fight for LGD.
That was absolutely stunning, and it was
a terrifying thing given how he's ripped through teams, but there is some light at the end of the tunnel, but maybe not for Sync Dream.
Yeah, look at this damage. It's absolutely ridiculous as Imp actually going to use his QSS a little bit creatively there. I'm not entirely sure what he was trying to get rid of. Was that actually a death sentence that came from people having to press their buttons? It's beautiful communication coming through from PYL and Imp here as Tail. He's trying to face off against Imp, or is he? Sort of just wandering around, using his heal for fun and then dying.
There was never any thought of face off. He got one auto attack in.
Really dead is precisely what was happening here. Body slam onto Huey here as well as TBQ looking to fight this one out. Sync Dream just getting torn apart. Look at the clockwork wind up working wonders here for Wayless. Wow. There's the onslaught of shadows onto Huey. They wanted that little Yeti dead.
But this
actually taking a lot of damage from Zhao, while the rest of his team's taking down this Baron. Acorn finding a flank here as well as Twisted Advance comes through, but look at all the healing coming through. My goodness, this horse is amazing. The Whimsy Shield going to do some work here as Acorn going to get polymorphed as well. POL relatively low, but the Baron went down in amongst all of that. And Acorn took half of his health for it and tanked the members of Gamty forever.
He's the highest level in the game. Don't know where he's finding this experience. Letme's caught. Very, very tanky.
Yeah, Imp just looking to try and pick that one up. Nice Dark Passage to save him from that one. Syncdream going to get his friend out of that fight as Imp looking to try and continue.
Kill on tail. Still doesn't have flash available, but nobody told him.
Yeah, nobody told TBQ either. He's just throwing out barrels left, right, and center. They do take... I think Whalers just really likes needlessly large rod items. He's got another one here as Imp has actually been discovered by 3 members here as well, but he's going back up to full health. Fate's Call as well for some extra CC there in the backline. Tail turns up as well as the Ren comes through for a lot of damage. Letme, he's going to be the focus first because he's so difficult to kill just in general. Tail does manage to take down PYL. Imp still alive in this one. Somehow Letme survives and TBQ makes his way towards the backside. Zap going to come through and stop the Fat Man from getting there as Imp's going to take down Huey as well. Syncdream spends most of his life here on barely any health. TBQ wishes he was old Gragas because that may have actually killed the Thresh there as Imp just continues his pursuit but gets slowed down to high heaven from the Zap. TBQ eventually takes down Syncdream, but Acorn in the backline, my goodness, Xiaohu's just going to get rendered to death, and Imp now turns his attention to the Nexus turrets. Legendary once more. And LGD, what a dominating performance.
The chorus of legendaries rings out in stereo. Atlas always being reminded as Acorn also no slouch himself. LGD, what an impressive performance.